Good evening, everybody. Chad Naxon. That's right, the Be Kind guy here live. It's all live. That's what we do here. We do it authentic. We do it live. We do it from the heart. And we're the Be Kind show, right? And I think we're what we call hardcore kind. You must be asking, what's missing? What's missing here? Well, what's up, Avi? Here's the deal. I love you, Renee. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. And hello. We're going to have a great time tonight. Wow, we're just flooding in. Michael Davis in the house. Love you guys. Seriously. This is all about affecting change. We are hardcore kind. That's it. Hardcore kind. What does that mean? That's like kindness with a certain attitude, right? And my co-host, who's always on my screen, he's not here tonight, Emilio DeCicco, the Philly Italian realtor. We'll talk about that. I think I got it right. He's not here tonight. And I'm going to be honest with you. We had a little fight, a friendly fight. He is such a trooper. I'm going to keep it real. We're authentic. He was bleeding from his nose for like the last month. What's up, Pat? For the last month, he's been bleeding from his nose, major congestion, and he's a trooper. And he was like fighting with his wife about doing the show tonight. And his wife, Jen's like, no, go get your nose checked out. So for real, Emilio is at the doctor's, they were lucky enough to squeeze him in. And I'm hoping to get an update with some good news. So hopefully that pain and the bleeding and all, it goes away. Because for real, Emilio, love having you on the show. And next week, we're going to have you back. But we do have a co-host tonight. Yes, we do. And I just made a spontaneous phone call. True. 6:45. I get this information from Emilio about 5:45 today. At 6:45, I'm thinking, let me call the one and only John Duffin from Duffin Media. It was like on the bucket list. And look at where he is. Look at this.
This is like magic, right? Amazing how technology works. Good to see you, Chad.
Great. John, thank you for accepting my call. I truly called John at 6:45. This is real. And I'm like, John, Emilio's out of commission tonight. Would you log in and hang out with us? Because you're like, first of all, John's my mentor. He's my voice coach. He's a great friend. I told him that nobody wears a scarf better in any season, summer, spring, fall, or which one did I miss? Summer, spring, fall.
Oh, and winter?
Winter. God, the most common
I'm
season,
asking
John.
as a question. Like I'm unsure what's the fourth season. So,
John, thank you for joining me.
Trying to prepare. First off, I'm honored. I'm a fan of the show and I'm a fan of you. I'm also a huge fan of Emilio. I'm not half as pretty. And so I know that we're already working in a deficit situation, but I'm going to do my best.
You know what? I am honored to spend this time with you because
Me too. I'm thrilled to be here.
You know what we're going to do tonight, John? We're going to bring on an awesome guest, and we're going to learn more about this individual and the company. All right, and we're going to really just dive deep. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about the background and the start and the vision, and we have a kind cause. We're going back to the basics of fun tonight. We're going back to a kind cause. And this one's going to speak dearly to our guest's heart. And then we're going to do a little chatting at the end because that's where we just ask random questions. And John, do me a favor. I'm giving you the heads up right now. So you can't say I caught you off guard. Okay.
Right.
At the end of the show, I would be honored. Would you accept the chatting portion where you kind of ask a few questions?
I ask a few questions of you or Jason.
Of Jason. Our guest.
Done. Yep. Deal.
Are you cool with that?
I am.
Because I'm honored that you spent the time with me, and I can always do some chatting. And if I want to do some chatting, I might just jump in there, but you never know.
I feel like we're in a.
Can you do me a favor,
in a great place.
John? I want to have you introduce our guest. How's that?
So I will, and I'm honored to as well too. So I've had the privilege of working with Jason. So with Chad's first Facebook program, I blanked on what the live stream. How about that? So I had to guess winter, and I had to guess the word live stream. This is not a great start for me. I typically need way more time to prep. But back to the guest that I am, like I said, such a fan because Jason made it so easy for me in regards to my first time on a live stream, right? And so I was the guest on you guys' show. He just made everything easy, comfortable, and well done so that I didn't have to think or worry. I've gotten to know Jason some, and I'm just such a big fan, not just of the quality of his work, but just him. He's just a great, good guy. And as I continue to watch the professional evolution, as I watch your show, and also Double D's show as well, too, the production caliber, the energy always rings true. So meanwhile, so we're going to bring our guest on as well, too. And Chad, I will now give you the official chance to say name and company. But Jason, please join us.
Wow.
Hey.
Jason Herbert from MIB Marketing.
Make it.
It's great that you are here.
Make it better marketing, baby. Wow.
How you guys doing tonight?
It's great to see you. And your background is gorgeous. So obviously you're traveling at the moment.
Yes, I'm in space. I'm traveling through space and time.
And your voice sounds really good considering that you are in Pluto. So I feel nice to have you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, John, that was a great intro. And
thank you.
And Jason, I'm going to tell
Avi.
Just because, hey, Avi's the man, dude. Love you know Avi. Avi's such a great viewer. Appreciate him watching every single week. So, Jason, before we get into your story, because I'm really, really excited for our viewers to learn more about you, because you're cool, man. I mean, I'm already outplayed with the hair. I don't even care. It's fine. All right. You know, I'm very personal with my hair, and you got to always outdo me with that great hair. Here's the deal. I have known Jason. Jason. So we've done a show together. We started like All Stars Live. I'm thinking we started like, oh my God, well, before the pandemic, after, I don't even remember. When was it when we started this journey?
2019.
Yeah, so 3 years in.
March of 2019.
I've seen Jason over the last 3+ years more than most of my family. And I mean that because Wednesdays we did a show. Fridays, Neighborhood Spotlights, which is still going on, which is, you do great, Jason. Friday, you did a show, All Stars Live, for myself and Double D. And the show is now Superstars Lender. And now we're doing a show, the Be Kind show. I mean, I'm telling you, you're like family. And I just want to let you know, it's like, wow, I see you every week. I love everything about you. And tonight, I want to talk about Jason Herbert, the person. I want to talk about Make It Better Marketing and kind of what do they do? What are they looking for? So, you know what, Jason, tell me a little bit about you and kind of where you grew up, and then we'll evolve from there. Okay.
Okay. Well, those who can't recognize the accent, I'm from New York, from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house.
Jason, I remember when you told me you were from New York, and it was like, yeah, I think I got that.
Yeah, the accent never goes away. I spit like
it won't, and it shouldn't, and it shouldn't.
Never goes away. So yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, mid 40s. I'm not going to date me altogether, but yeah, mid 40s. Yeah, most people think if it wasn't for the gray hair, I probably could pull off like 35. You know, mid 30s, but
that's the bad news, by the way, for our viewers. Jason, I'm going to break their hearts right now. But are you off the market?
Oh yeah, I'm off the market. If you know
Sorry
me,
for the viewers.
if you know me, you know my wife, Nikki Haley.
Are you off the market?
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Hey, Nikki, hi.
I'm
letting the viewers know this good-looking guy's off the market. I'm just helping out.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's natural. It's natural. I am off the market. My wife is Nikki Haley. She's actually the co-founder of our company, Make It Better Marketing. We created the company together. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Nikki. You're awesome. Boom.
Yeah, about 6 years now. Six years going strong.
Jason, tell me why. Tell me exactly. Make It Better Marketing. So before we get into Make It Better Marketing, what was your background? What was your background in the workforce? That kind of give us a little bit about what you did to lead you into opening up this Make It Better Marketing. And then I want to talk more about the vision, if that's okay. Does that work?
Yeah, absolutely.
And John, I want you to listen to this question. You're taking the follow-up question on this because I want to see you go somewhere because you're amazing.
Okay, I need a better direction, but go ahead.
You'll get the directions.
Thank you.
My background is in my background is in computer education, computer technology, IT actually. I worked for Mega Evers College in the early 2000s. I was a computer teacher for adults and kids, and I've always been into computers, and I'm also an audio engineer. I started in audio engineering and computer IT, and did a little, editing work in the 90s, back before it was popular. So yeah, and that's basically the foundation of what I did before I even moved to Jersey. So leaving New York was a big decision. We had twins. We had twin boys, me and my wife. And if you know anything about New York, it's expensive as hell to live there. So we made the decision to move down here to South Jersey, where she's from. And I trusted in her that, I had lost my job because it was grant funded, and we, couldn't wait around for the next grant to come through. So we made a move, and I trusted her because she was from here. And she's a Drexel graduate, and she assured me that, we'd be okay and we'd be fine. I could pick up where I left off. But when I got here, of course, I was kind of just annoyed with not having job security, feeling like at any time, the curtain could be pulled from under you. So I kind of vowed to never let that happen again and started my own company. Basically, is how it started.
So, Jason, you take this leap. And you go from something where it's like at least there's some certainty in the sense of it, even if it's grant funded, there's some certainty in regards to, I know what the job description is. I know when I'm being paid. I know how I'm going to be able to support my family and budget and what have you. How were you able to position launching your own company as less of a risk?
Oh, no, it was plenty of risk and patience. Just,
right.
I believed in what I was capable of. New Yorkers, we what's the saying? We got some hustle about us. We always trying to hustle. So I knew whatever I did, as long as I continued with my mentality of always on the go, always doing something to move forward, that I would be okay. And I just made what was legit about me hustle. Basically, is what I did. So,
what would you say would have been the first sense when you launched the company that you knew it was a good idea? What do you remember that it was like, oh my God, this might actually work?
Well, the funny thing is, funny story is, we were in New York, talking, me, my mother, and my wife, Nikki. We were just around the table and we were making fun and making jokes about, starting a marketing company and just going to people and saying, we're going to make out, I can take your thing and make it better. That was my concept. Like, I want to start something, and what if I just said, I could take this thing and make it better, and that it was like, hey, make it better marketing, and I was like, that's it.
And John, that was a great question, by the way.
By the way, and thank you, very condescending, but a very great answer. The hence to come up with it. So now, a beautiful brand, take your thing and make it better, and now we've got the company, Make It Better Marketing. What was the first project that you remember that energized you, that made you feel like you've got this? It's like, regardless of how lucrative it was, what was the first that you're like, oh, this is good. This is going to be great.
Well, at first, it was, to me, it was grunt work. I was doing a lot of print in the beginning years of Make It Better Marketing. It was a lot of print work, postcards, doing graphic design for realtors and lenders, and that was boring. My
like this, right?
Yeah, my passion is in creating, but that was like, to me, that was just like a 2-dimensional space, and I want to be 3-dimensional. I want to be 4-dimensional in a sense. So to me, it was like after we actually lost our brick and mortar spot. no question. You know,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to tell a story because it's a horrible story. And
I
we
understand.
got suckered. But anyway, after we lost the brick and mortar spot and we lost our printer and stuff like that, it was like, how do we, pivot? And I went to video and used my compositing skills, my animation skills, and stuff like that to come up with a couple of maybe commercials for lenders, for like small lenders and companies like that. And I realized that freedom that I had in creating everything on my own with no oversight was when I said, this is the thing. This is it.
How did you know to target lenders and all that stuff? How did you know to go to them?
Well, Nikki was a marketing director for a mortgage company, and they didn't have marketing. They needed they needed their marketing made better. So I can't, that's basically how it started. We basically helped them out with marketing, and I brought them to the next. We brought them to the next level. She was the director of marketing. I was just back in helping her at the time, and we brought the company to the next level in marketing. And that's when we established what we could do as a brand and how to help brands become better.
So what year about is this when you're pivoting and going to video? Go brick and mortar. We're gonna go virtual at this point, and I'm gonna work with video based. What year abouts was that?
Oh, maybe like 2017, 2018.
And Jason, real quick on that. I know you were saying you had to switch from photo to video.
Well, print marketing. Before the likes of like list reports and things like that came out, where you could just spit out some demographic material and stuff like that, and actual marketing material for the listings and stuff like that. Before those things existed, I was literally typing and printing and making booklets, making full booklets that we would send to say contracts.
You were doing list reports before list reports knew about list reports.
This is exactly
I got you.
We would list reports before list reports. And
did you have a trademark on that? That's not.
I wish, but no. No.
Thank you. That makes sense. I'm back, everyone. I was so mesmerized by the Duffinator's questions. He's like running a great interview, and I'm being honest. The whole thing I wanted to know, Jason, was like, make it better marketing, and then you just said like simply, let's make it better marketing.
Make it better.
It's perfect. I love it. I actually love it. I just really do.
Hey, Jason, I'm curious. What's it like working husband and wife?
At first,
and obviously, you're being recorded. So
she can reference this at any given time. She can log on to Facebook and see that. Everything's a learning process, and we had to learn that I am the yin to her yang as she is mine. So we had to learn balance and what play to each other's strengths, basically. So once we got to that point, because at first, it was bumping heads on graphic design, and I like my letters to the far left. No, I like things like that. And then once we understood where both of our strengths were, we basically delegated each strength to each person, and then things seemed to just work seamlessly.
I love that. But what I'm thinking is, especially now, 2021, 2022, and it's starting to recede a little bit, but thinking in the sense that people are still so much either working hybrid or working virtual in terms of other companies. So there's a lot more togetherness than you might want. Like often when I remember working in corporate world, I could close an office door, and if nobody didn't know, it was just me, my thoughts, you know what I mean? I could focus. But that's why I was asking, like in this structure now, so many more people are basically together. So it's work. And now what are we going to do for dinner? And now how are we going to take care of the kids? And then what are we going to, and now we're going to go pay the bills. And I would think the question I have is, what would you suggest for other couples that have to be going through this? What would be like a tip or two that you thought, how were you able to find that balance, and could you share it? Like how.
No, I don't know. I'm a man, man. What are you asking me these questions for? I'm a guy. Like,
Oh, you're the guest.
yeah.
So otherwise,
No,
This isn't
communication.
apparently this isn't Ask Judy or whatever. What's it, Ask Judy or something like that?
No, you are asking a guy, and how does he communicate? No,
oh,
Jason,
then
I'll
never
save
mind.
your
Right,
Jason,
right,
I'll
right,
save
right,
your
right.
ass here. I got you. Okay, this is where we're going.
realistically, communication. That's how the best way I can put it. If
I love it.
if you learn how to communicate and everything doesn't, don't turn everything into an argument, because we tend, especially when you're a couple, everything tends to go, left sometimes. So as long as we play, we play those positions correctly, and we do the what I'm hearing you say is, the thing that's, I think, that's like a what is that, something that marriage counselors use,
Yeah.
where they, we actually sit down and listen to each other, and then we hear what, the interpretation of what you're saying is, and that way we get through our communication, and usually we end up on the right side. Never go to bed angry, basically.
Right, because you're going to have to go to work together the next morning. So that's the part. I find it incredible that it's being done. As a single guy, I feel like all of this cloistered work from home, I really was almost at wit's end for a while. And if there was somebody else in here with me, I think I could have gone out of my mind. But maybe that's the balance. Maybe that's it. Is that because you can't just go sideways, that you got to figure it out, that it's like, well,
Yeah, I live with her. I can't, it's not
right.
We live together. We got office problems.
Yeah, right.
Gotta make sure it doesn't carry over into the home life.
John, here's what we're gonna do. Hear me out. All right. We have so much to cover, right? And we're gonna cover, so for our viewers right now, we are gonna hit so much and so fast. All right. So first of all,
lightning round.
Yeah, it's lightning round. I got so much on my mind, and there's just not enough time to do it all. So I just got to do some things. So here's what we're going to do. Number one, Jason, I want you to tell our guests and viewers what is like a really good client for you. And that's the first question. And then we're going to show the viewers what you did for me from a shoot that we did from, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Duck Vader just so happened to stop by for lunch. He's a great guest. We were paying off some debt because we owed him latkes and food that we stood him up on. Amelia came clean a few weeks ago on that. But and we're going to show that because I told you to do something to showcase my lending abilities. And we're going to show that after because I'm really excited. I saw it real quick and I'm like, it was mind blown. I'm not going to lie. I was #mind blown. That was right before the show. So who's your perfect client? Really someone that you want to work with, and how do they get in touch with you? And then let's do my little video so I can look at it to kind of see what magic you made for me, and then we're going to talk about your special clause. Okay?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Oh, okay. So I guess my perfect client would be someone who has a vision but doesn't know how to execute it, or doesn't have the know-how to execute it, doesn't know the right person to execute it. I am kind of like this all-encompassing guy who does marketing from the ground foundation up. Like I said, from graphic design to website design. So anybody who has a vision but doesn't really know how to execute it, or doesn't have the tools to execute, or doesn't know the right way to execute it, that's the perfect client, because that's my favorite wheelhouse, is helping a person bring their vision to light. Like when I did of course Stephen Smith, the Horror Hot video. He came to me with a concept of, he wanted to show people doing the horror, which was very hard. Like he was like, listen, I have a music video. It's an old song. It's about the horror, the dance to horror. And he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted to see, but he had no way to execute it. And
that's a Jewish traditional dance, the horror. That's really cool.
Jewish tradition dance. And all I could find was, 1950s, 1940s footage of the horror, or, people doing the horror at weddings. So we had to come up with a creative way to basically get his vision across. And, in case you
what
haven't
you're
seen,
saying is outside the box is no problem.
yeah, definitely. That's where I live. I live in space.
I'm listening. I hear that. Some of your best moments are like at 1:52 a.m., correct?
Yes, absolutely. I will be obsessed sometimes with just a vision or an idea. Right now,
1 to 5 a.m. is like power hours for you. You don't know what the
Mhm.
hell you're going to come up with, right?
Yeah, like right now, I'm toying with turning myself into a cartoon, into a video, not just like what we do with the flat faces and stuff, but an actual video cartoon. So,
Direct question, Jason. Direct question.
Mhm.
What can you do for a realtor? Just a realtor. Give me a vision. Give me a couple things that you could do for realtors that are watching the show.
So much. Listen,
Drop
I
a
am
couple nuggets.
not just a videographer, I'm a photographer. So you can get MLS photos. You can get your website done if you wanted a single website done, or landing page, whatever you wanted, from
That's 3 things.
5 to 20 pages. I do your marketing. We do CRM work. We do newsletters. Drones.
Cool.
There's so much that we could do.
What's your number,
television
Jason?
shows. I don't know. Like whatever your heart desires, I can probably help you accomplish.
I love it. What's your number?
856-655-1280.
You're amazing.
And that's JasonTHerbert@gmail.com if you wanted to email me.
Give me your number one more time.
Hold on, let me type it down here in the bottom.
I like your style.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's
As a producer,
Right?
I still have to work the boards, right?
I love it.
It just doesn't seem fair. But
Like he says, he works outside the box. This is exactly that. Jason, after you're done typing your number in, because I'm very impressed, I'm going to like juggle. I'm like the juggler. I just can't really juggle. So I'm just juggling nothing. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do. When you have a chance, can you pull up the, I guess, let's call it some of the demo you made for me that's going to be in the show. Like we're going to debut it tonight. All right. This is, first of all, Make It Better Marketing.
Yep.
856-655-1280.
love it.
Hey, John, was that my middle voice?
That was perfect.
Thank
By
you
the
so
way,
much.
really well done.
Thank you. I'm practicing, John.
Yep.
So Jason, let's bring it up, man. I'm so excited to show the world what you're all about. Chad Naxon, the Be Kind guy here. A lender. Yes, I'm a mortgage broker. Lending in the states of Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Coming soon, adding the state of Florida, the Sunshine State. We do awesome programs for first-time home buyers. We do VA loans. Thank you to our veterans and military for all the service. FHA, conventional financing. We do jumbo financing, USDA. We offer bank statement programs. We do investor loans. Call me at 215-906-3949 to discuss your situation.
That was just, that was light work. We spent hours, out there. This is the day we spent with John Deffin.
I love every bit of that. I love the lighting. Chad, you were really strong too. And soon to be Florida? Did I get, yeah?
Soon to be Florida. Absolutely want to thank our veterans. I take VA with pride.
Right? Great.
And Emilio coming across being Emilio. That was fantastic.
It just,
like the part where Emilio came up and down.
To the business, to
it melted my
Emilio.
heart.
It just
really, I love you, Paisan. I really love Emilio. He's such a good friend.
Oh my God, I love him to death.
He is like a legend.
I did something for him too that we're working on. You want to see? I did something special that we're gonna.
You want to put it on right now?
Oh please, yeah.
This is I will totally do it.
Are
you being serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna put it on right now.
Yeah.
And this is something I have not
seen.
This
is world premiere.
But we're going to be redoing it. We're doing this. We're thinking about doing it a series. But I'm going to play the 40 seconds of this. I hope he's not mad at me. Emilio, don't be mad.
Oh my
God. This is
it.
Listen,
all right, I'm excited.
This is a one and done, unofficial holy OMFG moment. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I love it. Jason, the idea of having the shadow in the corner at the door, which was so fun. Whose idea? How did it's just great.
We came up with it together. He had an idea.
There you go, right?
And
we made it better.
Yeah.
Wow. Jason, so here you go. That segment, Avi, isn't that, man, that's woo!
Right? Next level.
Next
level. It's great.
Jason, make it better marketing. Listen, we know all about, you showed some, let me tell you, I'm giddy. Giddy. I love it. That is so awesome. So thank you for showcasing your awesome work, which is just a little bit of what you do.
Yeah, just a teeny.
I highly recommend Jason. I've only been using him for over 3 years. I think that tells you my commitment.
Yep.
And I'm a huge fan. So, Jason, I want to also, before I move into the next segment, because we're going to talk about your special cause, which is very dear to your heart, and I'm really going to turn it over to you to talk more about that. I did notice that our co-host, John Duffin from Duffin Media, and I want to thank you for stepping in, first of all, on short notice.
You're making it great. I'm honored. Thank you.
I admire you, for real. Can you talk about your shirt, All-Star Coaching, real quick?
Oh, my God. So this is my high-performance coach, who I was on the phone with about an hour before. His name is Dave Scatchard. So I work with a high-performance coach, former NHL player, and he's just a rock star of a person. So I got affiliated with All-Star Coaching through Dave Scatchard. And so I am a client of Dave's, and between the masterminds, worked with him in person. But one of the things that he's also doing is he's helping me to become a better coach. So what you're seeing is, this is not my brand, but I'm a huge, I'm more than a follower. I'm a client of Dave Scatchard and his group All-Star Coaching. And so to me, he's outstanding. He's great.
And John Duffin from Duffin Media, I just want to ask you real quick.
Sure.
You're in Philly. Just real quick, tell me your perfect client and what's the best way to get in touch with you, because I just appreciate you coming out here tonight. I just want our guests to understand a little bit about you.
So it heads in two directions, and I'm just good. The first one is, if you're looking for somebody to do your corporate narration, utilize your voice to make your message better, not to steal from you, but like I said, but the fact of the matter is, when you're looking for somebody who's got an engaging voice, I believe I deliver it. But the other thing I also do too is I help others to find their best, most authentic voice, whether it is doing social media, doing live streaming, whether it's executive mentorship. It's a joy that I get to do now, as I get to utilize my close to 30 years of media background, in addition to the few years that I've launched the voiceover company, and I've morphed the two together to create this hybrid of executive mentorship. Best way to reach me, easiest way, is my initials, JD@duffinmedia.com. And again, that's JD@duffinmedia.com. I will contact you ASAP. And oh my God, I'm already watching Jason. If you're putting that's so kind of you to do. Speaking of which, but yeah, it's a thrill of mine that I get to help people, like I said, level up. It's helping executives either get to the next level or not get lost in the crowd. So that's what I get to do. And
John Duffin.
Be happy.
Duffin Media. What is your best?
Whoa, wait a minute. Roll back the tape for a moment. So in a conversation with Jason T. Herbert, I remember on the phone recently, he was like, and you're a realtor. And have swung and missed 3 times in this 40-minute segment. So there was the third time. And I am a realtor with Keller Williams, Philadelphia. Our new offices, buy, sell, rent, list. I can handle every one of those things. I'm licensed in Pennsylvania. We are reopening our new offices at 1619 Walnut Street next week. And I'm very excited about that. So I'm with Keller Williams, Philadelphia as well, too. And that makes me very happy. Jason, thank you for that.
John, thank you for that. I really appreciate you saying that. Now for real estate, where's your preferred client? What areas do you like?
Yeah, I've lived in Center City for 26 years. So the fact of the matter is, I know it like the back of my hand. I live close to Rittenhouse Square. So anywhere, Rittenhouse Square, Washington Square, Old City, any Graduate Hospital area, anywhere in Center City, there's a great chance not only that I know it, but I've been to where you're going. I've been to the restaurants. I've been to the parks. I've hung out with people. I know the entire neighborhood. I know where to drive. I know where to walk. I know where to shop, and I know where to eat. So yeah, I know it. I know it well.
John's awesome.
Oh my God, look at that.
Duffin Media.
That's me.
Is that DuffinMedia.com?
That's me.
Is that the best number to call you for everything?
It's 100. It's the one and only best number, 215-280-5426 worldwide.
If someone calls you in the spring, are they able to request that you wear a scarf on tour or no?
As long as I can wear a spring scarf. You just make it seasonal. You know what I mean? And you make it work, right?
Jason, do me a favor. Let's talk about your cause this week. It's very dear to your heart. And John, thank you so much for that.
Sure. Thank you.
I really want to hear about Jason Herbert's special cause. It's really dear to his heart. So, Jason, just let's talk about it.
My special cause tonight is autismspeaks.org. And it is near and dear to my heart, of course, because if you do not know, if you haven't met me in the backstage and you haven't been privy to the information, I have autistic twin boys. So they both have the same autistic gene and they're on a spectrum, high functioning, very intelligent. They do have, their quirks and things like that, but they're my boys and they're very special to me. And autismspeaks.org, we have worked with them in the past and we are members. So that's why they're near and dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to put that? Are you keeping that information up? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, I can put the website.
I just if you don't mind, put it up, bring it up if you don't mind. And then is there a thing on there for people to donate and get involved with them?
Yeah, right on the top of the page, there's a donate button. Big yellow donate button right at the top.
Nice.
And what I would like you also to do, Jay, if it's possible, because at some point, because you're doing it all, you're like Superman outside the box here. Pop in the website, on the Facebook or whatever. That way people can find out how to get involved and support this cause. Now, my question for you is, are you able to explain a little bit more about autism so we can get a better understanding? Because I feel like it's important to educate people, because feel like sometimes people don't always understand. Mm-hmm. So would you mind just giving us, maybe the viewers, a little education on that?
The best I can, since the science is still always out on it. They don't know whether it's caused from vaccination, if it's hereditary. I will say that for my boys, at least, they have everything going for themselves other than social awareness. So it's really just not in their frame of mind to be socially aware of things around them, spatial awareness. They did go through speech therapy for a minute because they had a twin language plus an autistic language, which was it was like hieroglyphics to crack the code. Actually, my daughter, who's just a year and 6 months older than them, is the one who helped me understand them better. So yeah, I mean, autism is anybody on the spectrum knows it's there's different levels. There's different levels to the spectrum. Some are high functional. Some people have a sensory overload, which one of my boys does have. So there's different. It's all over. That's the reason they call it a spectrum, because you could be anywhere with it, and have, you know, even adults are still coming up to this day saying that they could possibly be autistic. When we were young, you know, it was kind of just oh, you know, that guy's just crazy. You know, that's crazy Uncle Tommy. He just keep him in the you know in the room on the third
Right.
floor. No one paid attention to these things when we were growing up. Again, it had to absolutely be a thing. So, because I had certain quirks when I was a kid as well that I didn't, you know, I didn't have social awareness as well. So I understood them. It took me a while because again, I guess I won't lie, very stressful when you can't communicate with your children. But once you learn to, and once you learn how to communicate and, you know, what's happening, you know, I guess it gets better. So, like for autistic story, for a long time, my boy, one of my twins, Marcus, he would rip pieces of paper up and line them up. And I knew that lining things up was an autistic thing, but he would get angry if you say walked over it and brushed it, and he would use anything. And for about 6 months, I was, you know, as just a dad, like, you know, I guess I was angry because number one, I didn't know what he was doing, and number two, it just seemed like a mess to me, like he was just making a mess, you know. And I guess one day I looked maybe on the refrigerator or something, and then I looked down at my son, and he was lining things up, and then I noticed that there were 30 pieces, and then he had another 31 and then another 30, and then I realized that he was creating his own calendar, and basically yeah, he was creating calendars and learning how to count, I guess, in that lining up. Like like I said, it took me a minute to understand it until he again, I looked at the calendar, I looked at the number. Of course, they wasn't lined up correctly, but I started to pay attention to the mathematics of it because, of course, I was good at math, and I was like, oh, this guy has been creating maps.
Wow.
And to this day, I mean, not maps, calendars. To this day, he is the, you know, the I guess the stereotypical Rain Man type, where he can tell you what day you were born on, in what year, and all. It's anytime the only reason he's off, if he is off, is because he hasn't factored in the leap year, and that was before. That was like when he was like 5. But teachers always would use him as a, you know, like, Malcolm, what day was I? What day was, you know, December 25th, 1978? He could tell you that day, you know, without thinking. And the other one is a master coder. He's doing coding. Yes. He's already coding at a master level. So when I say that these guys are highly intelligent, wow, way more intelligent than me, and sometimes I call myself a genius, but these guys are genius to the third power.
Oh my God.
Wow. Jason, thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate that. So that's Autism Speaks. Jason, you really, you know, it's amazing the way you, explain, your struggle in communication, because as a parent, you know, one of your big things is, hey, I want to communicate with my children. And that's obviously a big struggle. And it's really it's admirable that you just jumped in to learn it, because that's not something that's easy, especially that's some high level stuff. Let's just be honest. I mean, that's like trying to solve the matrix at some point. Like it's not easy. So thank you for sharing that. I'm 100% supportive, and I think it's an absolute fantastic cause. So, yeah, man, Jay, thank you. It's been such a fun, just a great episode, right?
Yep.
Fun. What I'd like to do is, oh my God, let's get the name of the cat.
This is Sand, who weighs about a good 15 pounds and is trying to walk on my keyboard right now and destroy the whole feed. So
outside the box, and sometimes The cat
But
has
Jason,
different
you're in
ideas.
space, so is the cat lighter as a
Cat
result,
yes,
or?
cat is in space with me. He's Schrodinger's cat right now.
I gotcha. Right. I didn't know the weight carried up into space, but I gotcha.
John Duffin Media, you've had 45 minutes to think about this. So I don't know if you've been thinking about this or
God.
not, but my man, Jason Herbert, Make It Better Marketing, he's going to pop up our last segment screen, and then you're going to have a little fun with this, and we're going to take it home. Okay?
Okay, cool. So we're going to do you're going to do your chatting theme music?
It's chatting time.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it. Chatting time. False advertising, chatting time with the Duffinator live tonight. Let's do it.
I'm honored a second time that I get to carry the chatting mantle, so I get the chance to ask Jason some rando questions that is allegedly, as Chad said, I've had 45 minutes to prepare. So, but as you remember, I needed 5 minutes to remember winter. So therefore, that might not have been enough time. But Jason, right off the bat, so I've had the good fortune of physically meeting you a couple of times. So one of those times was at a place that we all chose to eat. You're a New Yorker. So my question is this. When you go back to New York, where is your first go-to? I got to eat at.
Whoa. Well, in New York is kind of different. That's kind of hard to do because the first thing I do when I go to New York is find a Jamaican place. If not a new one or the best one that I visited the last time I was in New York. So Jamaican plate has to be a must. And there is no specific because they're like, especially in Queens, they're like one every 6 feet. So you just got to me is finding the best Jamaican food that I can. Even though again, I am a Junior's fan, so Junior's Deli in Brooklyn.
Yep, and that's right. And I was good. Oh, that's a great segue. So we met we hung out and had lunch at famous 4th Street Deli in Philadelphia. So it's not fair to compare Philadelphia delis to New York, so I won't. But when you are in Philadelphia, where would you go in terms of getting deli? Where would be your go-to? Would it be famous 4th Street, or is there another place?
Probably famous because that's the only other place that I had to reference Jewish culture food that I hold dearly is a bagel place, Westmount Bagel, and that was the closest thing that I could get to a Junior's taste. But famous probably all day until I found another spot that's tastes better than that. But oh my gosh, that food was so good.
Right? Okay, Junior's question. What are you getting at Junior's?
Some potato pancakes, latkes, cheesecake, of course. But but I don't know, man, because there's so much. I can eat almost the whole menu.
All right. A cheesecake. Are we all about the golden crust on the bottom?
Yeah.
Isn't that the essence of a good cheesecake to have that beautiful crust, the golden
And
crust?
it can't be soggy. It has to be. It has to be
graham cracker crust, right?
Right.
It has to be crunchy.
Crunchy.
Stop talking about it. I haven't eaten yet.
Exactly. Right.
So I can eat food, man.
All right. So away from food. So here, listen. So first time I actually met you, you were driving down the Ben Franklin Parkway or around the or somewhere very in that general area.
Yeah,
right?
I was coming off the bridge. We were coming right off. You were the first person I saw coming into Philly.
In Philadelphia, right?
Yes, we were coming into Philly from South Jersey. Me and my family were coming. This is when my dad came to visit. Me and my dad hadn't seen each other for 10 plus years. And so he came to visit. And he wanted to go to the Rocky statue.
Oh, to answer the question. The question was, do you climb the stairs or do you go to the Rocky statue?
I did both. We had to do both. And he has a prosthetic leg. Oh, today's his birthday too. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday. Today is his actual birthday, yeah.
What's your dad's name?
Stay with that topic for a moment. For your dad, because I definitely a family related question. What would be the number one thing you think? I love my dad because
I love my dad because he's my dad. I mean, that's the generic.
Give me the next one.
but you know, he
Hold on.
he took the time to he took the time to learn even his mistakes as an adult for us to have to communicate better as father and son. You know, some people aren't fortunate enough to be able to communicate with their father or mother in a reasonable way, other than still having the chastising energy. And we didn't have the best relationship with, when I was young. I was a knucklehead. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not going to blame it on Brooklyn, but I was a knucklehead. And so we didn't have the best relationship. And it took years for us to learn how to communicate with each other. So I appreciate that he learned how to communicate with me. And I can call him anytime and have a conversation, because you can't do that with all your parents,
No.
It's never too late. What's your dad's name?
Eric.
Happy birthday, Eric. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And you know what? This whole show, 51 minutes, so much fun. I'm gonna ask Jason to do his final thought. And John, I want to thank you for being an absolute
guys. Thank you both. I'm thrilled to hear that. Chad, you rock. Emilio, you are missed. And Jason, oh my God, it's one more reason I'm a fan. Lance, I was to say, I could see in your eyes when you were talking, when you were in the car, and I could see how much you cared about your dad. I could see how much pride there was in that situation. I don't know your dad at all. I don't situation. You had to literally say, "This is my dad." But it's like I could see the pride.
Even though he looks just like me, I'm a spitting image of him, and then my kids are spitting images of me. So.
Oh, well, then your kids are in a great place too. But anyway, thank you both. It's been awesome.
Jason, take us out with your final thought.
Oh, final thought, man. You put me on the spot. I'm the producer of the show. I'm not supposed to come up with the final thoughts. Listen. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. I am a firm believer that you can accomplish anything that you want to do. When I was, when, again, me and my wife had twins, and people were trying to get us to just get Social Security for them, we refused, because we didn't want, number one, the label. We didn't want to be capped at a certain, dollar amount just so our children could have whatever check that they were trying to give. And you can do it without the help of anyone if you believe in yourself. I'm a firm believer, and I am absolute living proof that you can do it. When you communicate with the people around you, you can get things done.
Jason, I mean, wow. You brought the heat. That was a message. That's a nugget, and that's awesome. And I'm gonna just I'm gonna do my final thought real quick, and I'm just gonna say hashtag.
I will direct my dad to this video, to this mark, so he
please,
can see that.
Eric, hold on. Da. Happy birthday to you.
We do not want to get banned. You cannot sing the birthday song.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to get banned. Sorry. I thought my version would qualify for an original. No? Happy birthday by Chad Karina. All right. So that's so cute. He's got his marketing hat on. Like, this guy's on the show. He puts a hard stop on the song, telling me, by the way, Eric, he knows that's not an issue. He's just like, this is a terrible version of it. Anyway, I just want to let everyone know, fail forward. All right. And what I mean by that is
definitely
go in, just do it, and improve upon what you did. Because if you did nothing, there's nothing to track. Anyway, I love our viewers. I love both of you. Emilio DeChico, you're my Pazano friend. I'll see you next week. Have a great week, everybody.
Love you all. Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you.